Right, so if you're not already, then you might want to kind of sit up on your block or your cushion. Have you got a block? Yes, yeah, you have. Good job. So if you haven't already had leg cramps, then they are most common in the third trimester. Some people do get them before, but definitely very common in the final trimester. And they are caused mainly by an imbalance in natural sodium calcium levels within the body and a deficiency in magnesium. So you can, I believe there's a magnesium rub that you can use in pregnancy that's pregnancy safe, that you can rub on your legs before you go to bed. And some people find that really effective. So if you're particularly suffering, try that. But it's also caused obviously by poor circulation and the extra blood in the body, which has taken a little while to move around. So we're going to focus tonight on strengthening the legs, doing some work for restless legs that you could do before bed if you remember some of it, and some pelvic openers to help with sciatic pain and might help with the hip pain as well. So that's what we're going to focus on this evening. If you want to add some things into your diet that would possibly help with the leg cramps, you could try eating foods that are high in calcium and magnesium, so things like nuts, broccoli, like leafy veg, whole grain, all those sorts of things, and try eating them later on, because obviously it's usually nighttime that the cramps come on, shoot up and out of bed in the middle of the night with this horrible pain. So yeah, maybe try and have like a late night snack of some nuts or something and see if that helps. It might do. So we're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So if you want to come up onto your block or your cushion, and chest lifted and shoulders relaxed, and just take heavy flat stance. Good. And we're going to go into a relaxation breathing, which we did last week. So this is where we count in for the count of around 4 through the nose and breathe out for around 6 or 7, again exhaling through the nose. So if you want to, you can close your eyes or you can just soften your gaze. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And breathing out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And one more time. All right, you're going to carry on counting this breath yourself. So in for 4 and out for 6 or 7. And we're going to start to soften the forehead. Relaxing down through the cheeks and your jaw. Let your teeth separate. Softening down through your neck and shoulders. Relaxing through your chest and your back. Softening down your arms to your elbows, down to your hands and into your fingers. And then onto your belly. And then bringing your hands to your belly just to take a moment to connect with your baby. And then massaging round in a clockwise direction. You can keep your hands on your belly or bring them back to your legs, wherever you're more comfortable. And then we're just going to soften down through the spine to the hips. And then relaxing down through your legs. And down past your knees, to your ankles, and your feet. Still taking nice, deep, soft breaths in and out. Your body should be feeling nice and calm. Your muscles relaxed. And any tension from your day can just disappear for the next hour. You can keep your eyes closed, and we're just going to take one foot up on top of the opposite leg and just massaging through the foot like we did before, starting through the toes. Down through the arch of the foot. Down towards the heel. Around your ankle. And slowly squeezing up through the calf muscle. And taking one hand around the knee and one hand around the opposite toes. And we're just rocking the leg from side to side. Using dropping the leg back. And we're going to repeat the same on the other side. Knowledge is contagious. Had some very early starts with my 2-year-old. Moving through the foot towards the heel. Cool. And that's through the calf muscle. And letting that rib from side to side again. And down. All right, so the series of movements we're going to do this evening is called Pawanmakanasana. So this is a really good series of movements to practice for blood circulation and to hopefully reduce those leg cramps, get the blood flowing all the way from the top, the toes, all the way to the top of the body. All right, so we're going to take our block away for this one and just sit on our cushion instead. And we're going to come up into what we call Dandasana, which is with our legs straight out in front of us. We've got our feet together, toes flexed, and our hands are going to be on the floor just behind us for a little bit of support, because otherwise it might be a little bit hard on your core. So chest lifted, shoulders relaxed in this position. As a general rule, when you do this, don't point your toes, because if you point your toes, you're more prone to leg cramps. If you have leg cramps, definitely don't point your toes at all this evening. So we can stretch the calf by flexing the foot. So if you get cramps at night time, get those toes flexed, get the calves stretching. Don't point them and do this, because it's not going to happen. Yeah, exactly.
I feel on the verge of it so much at night that I wake and think, oh God, I think I can feel it going.
It's so horrible, isn't it?
Avoid that.
And then when you do get it, don't you find that your calf aches for days, like feels bruised?
Yeah.
It's really, really, really not nice. But luckily, it does go away once you've had the baby, and I don't get them ever anymore. It's only when you're pregnant. All right, so we're going to start with some ankle rotations just to get the blood flowing. So we're going to do some nice big circles. And back the other way. And then just separate the feet slightly, and you're going to go in opposite directions just to get your brain working. One way and one the other. This is also really good if you have any varicose veins, or if you get any edema, which is swelling, water retention, which can happen as well in the final trimester. All these lovely things to look forward to over the next few weeks.
That's great, because I feel like I'm kind of like nearly in now. Like, I can't be anything new now, but something like, yeah, every week now is something new.
Yeah. And there are some really good parts too. Like, it's not all bad, but the pregnancy symptoms are endless, aren't they? There's a lot that we don't know about. All right, then we're going to take one foot on top of the other and just weave your fingers through your toes, or just cup your hand around the toes if you've got socks on. And then we're just going to do some ankle rotations here, keeping the other toes flexed if you can. I always think it would be nice to do a poll of all the pregnant babies I see and all of the mums postnatally to find out what's like the worst, weirdest pregnancy symptom, and to collate a list so I can share it with people, because I think there's so much unknown. It'd be nice to.
Like last week ago with her.
Yeah.
It was really
And I'd never heard of that. Like, she said you'd had it, and I hadn't
Was
heard
it
of it.
carpal tunnel?
No.
It was first attacked by complex.
Yeah, I know that. Naomi had it first time around.
I did, and I felt awful telling her that it lasted a year during breastfeeding. But apparently it is linked to the hormones you produce for breastfeeding. And the consultant was like, "Can you stop breastfeeding?" I stop. And I thought, "Oh, that's not really helpful." So you don't It's really horrible. But you should do that.
It would be good. Honesty, isn't that the best thing? One of my best friends has just fallen pregnant. Bless her, thankfully, at last. And she keeps asking me all these questions, and she's only like 13, 14 weeks, just like wanting to buy everything, and it's all very exciting. But she hasn't asked me about any symptoms or anything yet. It's all to come.
It's nice she has you. Yeah, it's the journey.
Yeah, she loves our 3, like our 3 children. She's like, honestly, how are your children so well behaved? I'm like, they're not. They just are when you come. All right, we're going to bring that one back down. So we're keeping the toes flexed again, and for this one you're going to need your hands to support one leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe the leg in and bend the knee, but not putting your foot on the floor, and then breathe out and extend, again not putting your foot on the floor. All right, so breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And of course, if you need to rest your leg down, you can. Again. I'm just going to do 3 more this side. Last one. Good. Shake your legs out a little bit. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So supporting the opposite leg. Breathing in, bring it close. And breathing out. In and out. One more time. Amazing. So apparently in some Indian cultures they practice this every day as part of their like daily medicine, this series of movements just to get the blood flowing, and it's just part of their daily routine, and same as brushing your teeth and everything else. They would just get up and they would do this whole series of movements. I mean, I wish I had that much time in my day but yeah, that's what they do. All right, so this time we're going to take one foot into a half butterfly. So you've got your foot up here. If it's uncomfortable there in your pelvis at all, then just bring your foot on top just to narrow this. And then we're going to breathe in and bend that leg up, and then breathe out, push down. In and out. In and out. Good. This is good for your pelvic floor and also good for opening out your hips. Good, last one this side. Bend the leg and switch sides. Breathing in, lifting the knee in, and breathing out. Amazing, one more time. Good. And then we're going to bring the other foot in to meet it. If you have any severe pelvic pain, which I talked about a few weeks ago, like PSD or SPD, don't do this. So if at any point this feels like a sharp pain, then just bring your legs back closer together. But otherwise, you're fine. Try to keep your chest lifted and shoulders relaxed so we're not bending through the back. And then we're going to do the same again. So breathe in, bring the legs together, and breathe out away. Just breathe in and out.
I fully closed my legs last time I did this, and I thought stop it.
Yeah, we did this in the summer on the terrace, didn't we? It was back in August.
I think
you might start a week before.
Just 1 week, yeah.
Here's the last one. I'm going to return the legs to Dandasana and just give them a little shake out. So we're pleased now we're done with the legs for a minute, and then we're going to move on to the upper body. So if at any point this is too much, you can just take a little breather. Otherwise, we're going to bring our arms up in front, hands level with the shoulders. Good job. And then we're going to tuck our thumbs in, fingers around. We're going to start with some wrist circles. This is really good for carpal tunnel. You do get it. I don't know if it's good for quadrils, but it is good for carpal tunnel. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure you've gone both ways. I'm just going to bring the hands down to the knees. I'm just going to take 3 deep breaths here. Breathing in and out. In, out, bring in, and breathing out. Amazing. All right, so the next one, bringing our arms back up. This time we're going to breathe in, point to the ceiling, breathe out, down. Breathing in and out. Good. One more here. Good. Then we're going to bring our fingertips up to our shoulders and take a deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, extend. Breathing in and out. In and out. Last one. And then just turning the hands back over, and I forgot to do the pinching. So I'm just going to pinch each thumb to each finger. Good to get the blood flow into your fingers so you can start to feel a little bit numb or tight. You got anything you could replace it with?
No, I don't have a neck.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then give your arms a little shake out. All right, you can support yourself again if you want to, and we're just going to finish with the head and the neck. So we're just going to do some nice big circles. And back the other way. And then back to the centre. All right, everyone. We're going to come onto the all fours. Ready to come up to standing. All right. You're okay. Stay up. You're fine. Don't keep going up and down. You're okay. We'll join you. All right. So tuck the toes under. Breathing in, rock forwards. Now breathing out. Breathing in. And this time, walk your hands back. All the way up. And then finding a space in the centre of your mat. So we practiced this a few weeks ago, back in week 1. So we're going to bring our feet together as close as you can. Chest lifted and shoulders relaxed, hands by your sides. And this is called Talasana, which is palm tree. So just let yourself sway a little bit, be aware of maybe how this feels a little bit different in terms of your balance to how it did 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. And just take a couple of breaths here. Nice deep breath. And then breathe out. This time we're going to breathe in and bring our arms up, palms together. Breathe out down. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, we're going to lean over to the left. In, back to the centre. And then over to the right. Breathe in. And down. This time the recovery is come down to the floor, so breathing in, arms open. Breathing out, wobbling yourself down nice and slowly back into your all fours. Got a nice flat back, hands below shoulders, knees below hips. And we're going to come back into that rolling cat, which we haven't done for a little while. But before we do that, we're just going to shake the hips from side to side in that nice figure of 8. And then when you're ready, you might want to bring your feet together, but your knees slightly wider to make space for your bum. And then we're going to roll the cat. So breathing in, rock yourself forwards. And then breathing out, roll through your back, bottom down to heels. And then as you breathe in, staying nice and low. And then pushing yourself up. All right, so breathing out, stretching through your back. And then breathing in, staying as low as you can. And then pushing up. You can go at your own pace. Yeah, just 1 or 2 more. And then coming back to all fours when you're ready. Amazing, well done. All right, so this time we're going to take the right leg back and we're just going to extend it all the way back as far as you can. So your knee is open towards the ceiling. You might need to shuffle your other knee forwards just to support your balance a little bit. So you want to really open up that leg and then pushing open your chest, so stretching through your back. And we're going to take a couple of breaths here. Take another breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to switch sides. Sliding that back knee in, stretching your other leg back. Amazing. And then back to all fours. And then we're going to come into that lunge, which we did a couple of weeks back. So take a deep breath in with a nice flat back. And then when you're ready, you're going to breathe your left foot to the left hand. Good. Amazing. Now keeping your right hand on the floor, we're going to lift that left arm up. And then we're going to thread it slightly underneath the other one. Good. Breathing in, open the chest. And down. This is really nice to open out through the hips and the pelvis. Breathing in. And out. One more time this side. And bringing your hand back down. Step your foot back in and have a little shake of the hips from side to side. All right, then coming back to a flat back, taking a nice deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, step that right foot forwards. Left hand stays on the ground and the right arm comes up. Just a couple more here. Just bring your hand down. Your knee back. Have a little shake of the maraca if you need to. And then if you want to, we're going to try downward facing dog. So if you want to tuck the toes under, nice flat back pushing into the hands. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to push into the hands, lifting the bottom back towards the ceiling. Keeping the legs moving to get that circulation going. And take maybe 4 or 5 breaths here before you rest back in child's pose. Stay here just for one more breath. Before you come back up to your all fours when you're ready. Alright, so this one's going to look slightly different. We're going to come up to standing, but rather than going straight up to standing, we're going to hold in a squat first, and then we're going to come up to standing slowly. So we're going to breathe in, rock forwards, and breathe out back. Breathe in, rock forwards. Breathe out, walk the hands back. And come to sort of a squat position. And bring your hands to the centre. Alright. If you're able, we're going to bring this squat up slowly, and I'm going to fold it at various points. Alright, don't forget to breathe. And if at any point you feel wobbly, come down. Alright, so nice and slowly, you're going to bring yourself up. Yes, that would be amazing. Alright, so we're going to do a warrior against a wall, but we don't have many walls in here, so you're going to do it with your partner, just like we did a few weeks ago. So with a partner, in a second, you're going to come opposite, so your left foot is forward and your right foot is back, and then you're going to push against each other's palms, bend the front knee, and feel the stretch all the way through your back leg. Alright, so you two together and you two together. And then take a deep breath. Step your foot back in. We're going to switch to the other side. Swing, select everything. Alright, before we come down to our extension, I'm going to ask you to be with the same due dates. Would you mind if I take a couple of pictures of you in a line of your bumps? I won't get your faces or your heads. Because I'd really like to do a post on babies too big, too small, and how people are always comparing. I feel so much bigger than other people. And given that you've all got exactly the same due date, I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to do something. It's never going to happen again, and I'd say this. So I wondered if I can take a picture of your bumps from the front and then from the side, and maybe just like that. But your bumps are different. Some people carry just at the front, some people carry at the side, some people carry it high. Like, it's so different. I love it. Fascinating. It is. I don't know. Would you like to come and stand? In fact, if we stand like on this mat, yeah, in a line, and then we just stand in a line. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Amazing.
I'm not second. There's such different heights as well. That's quite interesting. Because we're all roughly the same height as well.
There you go. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thanks.
All having
Yeah, it's how obviously you'll carry different bags around, even if you have two of the same.
Yeah, I think I must have carried this twice differently both times.
just that feeling got bigger and my belly button was really popping out this time, whereas I've always had such an innie that first time round it never did. It stayed down and actually.
Yeah.
I like looking in this window. I'm a lot this segment here is a lot higher. I was quite low in the hallways before because we just went to girls about it.
Just carried it in a it's like a boy who's very more like a ball, is that right? Whereas Grace is a very neat bump at the front, and the boys are just like although with Grace I put on weight on my upper body, I think I said the other week in my face and my chest, whereas the boys I didn't really look any different facially. My arms got very yeah. No. Yes. Oh, I'm trying to restart this at that. Right. All right. Then again, just stand down. So you're going to have to get in. Breathing out, bring yourself down to your mat. And then if you want to make yourself comfortable with your block and your cushion, if you've got a blanket or a jumper that you want to put over you, then please do. Or you're right if you're more comfortable on your right. It's on your side, preferably. Alright, if you haven't already, then you can start to close your eyes or soften your gaze and begin to bring your awareness back to your breath, softening and deepening. And we're going to make your body feel like a rag doll once again. And we'll start by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then breathing out. Again. And out. Breathing in. And out. And then just soften your head again. Soften your cheeks and your jaw, let your teeth separate. Softening your shoulders and your neck. Relaxing through your chest, your back, and your arms. And your belly. Softening down through your hips. All the way down your legs to your feet. So tonight I just want you to bring your attention to your changing bodies. Pregnancy is such an exciting journey. It's so full of wonder, but can also be full of anxiety for some, as the body changes and feels different. Sometimes we can feel like a completely different person in our own body. So I really want you to try and accept that your body feels different because it's doing something magical, something incredible. Allow your mind to feel overwhelmed if it needs to. Allow yourself some time to ponder, to worry, but then bring your focus back to your breath. And those positive affirmations, I can do this. My body is amazing. It's powerful and it's beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. In and out. No matter how many changes your body goes through, your breath is always the same. It's always there. It's your constant, unchanging stability. And you can always come back to it when you're feeling a little wobble. The power of the breath to calm us down, to relax us, to help us where we need it. So I'm going to stop talking and I want you to just take a few moments to focus on your own natural rhythm of your breath. Count the pace of your natural in and out in your head. And when you're ready, we're going to start to bring our awareness back to the room. Wriggling through your fingers and toes. If you have a block between your knees, you just take it out and maybe stretch out your legs. And when you're ready, bring yourself back up nice and slowly, either to a seated position or all fours. Give yourself a little rock out. And we're just going to take a nice deep breath in together. Breathing in and breathing out. Namaste.